Okay, what up, y'all? It's no day. I have no day to give you today because it is the end of 75 hard. So I'm out here doing my walk this morning. I'm gonna do. I'm planning to do 3 miles today. Get 3 miles done. Try to get some running in as well. So we shall see about that. It's just good to get out here and get some sunlight. I have a test this morning. So after this, I'll go home and then ace my test. I'm gonna check back in a little later, probably once I start like my running, or maybe after I get back in the car. I am just finishing up my outdoor exercise. So I did. I'm looking down at my watch. Sorry. So I walked the first mile, and then I ran the last 2 miles. Um, and needless to say, it's always so interesting. So like, cause I probably went like, yeah, it's been a few days, more than a few days, probably like 4 or 5 days since I ran. It's always interesting to see like how if you literally stop for like 4 days, 5 days, a week, you can really feel a difference really quickly. And like your endurance, I guess you would say. Um, you can really like feel a difference quickly in your ability to like get back into the run. Like, so like I said, I walked that first mile. So then the second mile, it was time for me to start running. And even though I was running faster, like my pace has definitely increased, the pace that I run. But I was like a little winded in the beginning, like the beginning of that first mile. And then once I got to like mile one and like half a mile, and then on throughout the second mile, like I was good. Like my breathing was more controlled. I also had slowed down a bit because as I kind of explained, like when I start off running, my pace can be like 12, 12, 12 pace. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but listen, I'm just kind of getting into the run thing, y'all know. But my pace was like a 12, 12 pace at the beginning. But as I went through, like once I got to my second mile, I was at like a 13.5 pace. I ended up ending the 2 miles at 28 minutes. I will say, like, I'm going to be disappointed when the weather starts to turn because just running out in the sun and just being out and having that sun beaming on you while you going, but it was still like a breezy day. Like, it's the perfect weather. So this morning it was like 69 when we left the house, but now it's probably like 74, maybe 74, 75. But it's a nice breeze. Like, it's such a good day to just be outside and get some sunlight. And so, listen, I feel like the sunlight really, and I know that it's proven evidence that the sunlight does boost your mood, but I didn't used to feel it. I guess it was because I wasn't going out like consistently and working out, but I can really feel like when I get out and I get my runs, I feel so much better. I feel so much more motivated to to do things throughout the day. So that was my first workout of the day. Y'all know I'm done with that 75 hard. However, I'm still holding tight to some of the principles that I learned in it because 75 hard, although it's very tough, some of those disciplines that they try to teach you are really, you really should try to sustain them even after 75 hard. And one of them is getting outdoors for a workout. It just changes the outlook of my day. I love working out in the morning. I've learned that throughout my weight loss journey is that I like to work out in the morning. Number one, because first thing is because I can just get it out the way and it doesn't have to weigh on my brain. Like, oh God, I got to try to fit in the workout. I got to try to fit in the workout. And then each as the hours are going by, it's 6 o'clock in the evening, and now I'm scrambling to try to get in the workout. I don't like that feeling. So I like to, number one, just get it out the way. But the second thing is I just feel like it just changes the trajectory of my day. Like it just puts like a positive outlook on my day. It gives me so much more energy to just get the day going and to knock out things that I have on my task list. Um, Although I haven't been doing the best when it comes to school, with knocking out those things on the task list. But But yeah, I just like getting it done in early in the day. And I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. Of course, since my channel is about like workout and fitness, I've been being recommended a lot of like workout and fitness channels as well. So I started watching a few channels that have given me a lot of good information about the importance of planning your meals, planning your workouts, and just being proactive. And I know this. I know this, right? So why do I need to watch a video to figure it out? I know that. Okay, but it just kind of helps to, I guess, to hear it or the repetition of it, of just like, this is what I need to do. So I want to start meal prepping because I need to make sure that I stay on track with my eating and don't like fly off the rails. And the only way that that's going to be the case is if I actually buy my groceries and prep my meals, pick a day out the week, prep all of my meals so that I know what I'm eating. It'll also help because I was up last night for dinner. I was like, okay, we need to eat dinner, and we didn't. And so I'm like going through the cabinets trying to figure out what we're going to eat for dinner. And I ended up throwing together this pasta meal, right? Um, and our spinach and kale had gone bad, so I wanted to throw in some veggies too, but I couldn't because the spinach, the kale, the carrots, like all the veggies had gone bad. And I was like, shoot, I don't have any veggies I can throw in here. So it ended up being like a meal that didn't even have any veggies, which I did not like. So that's why I was like, I need to go shopping, go grocery shopping, do my meal prep. And then that way we'll have meals to eat at home. So my family is eating healthier because I'm trying to also pull them along to eat healthier too. And honestly, I realize that it starts with me. Okay, it starts with me because I I wouldn't say that I do the majority of the cooking, but if it's going to be healthy, then I need to do the majority of the cooking, if you know what I mean. Okay, because if it's left up to them folks that I live with, if it's left up to them, I'll tell you what we would eat every night: pizza, chicken and fries, cereal, waffles, just madness. Okay, so if I want to make sure that I'm healthy as well as making sure my family is healthy, then I'm gonna have to do the cooking. It's just as simple as that. And so I need to commit to doing more as far as the cooking. And I know like with between school and work, like for me it ends up being a struggle. But the reason why ends up being a struggle is because I'm not effectively like planning out my meals. So I'm going to have to start planning the meals, and I'm gonna have to make sure that it's stuff that my little one will also enjoy, because like I'm sure a lot of kids like vegetables. He will eat certain vegetables, yes, but it has to be like put in there. Like he won't eat a salad. Like for me, I can eat a salad. He refuses to eat a salad. Like it can't be like in that it can't be presented to him in that way. So I have to figure out a way to present the vegetables. So like the pasta that I made yesterday, for instance, if I would have put like some spinach in there and or some kale or something like that, like he would have ate some of it. Now I'm not saying he would have ate it all, because in some cases he eats around it, but he would have still ate some of those veggies because they were in there. Or like if he makes pizza, if I put spinach on the pizza, along with all his other toppings that he loves, that he's going to eat it. So I just need to make sure that I'm making it in a way that he will enjoy it as well. Um, and that's how I get him to eat more vegetables. So we were actually having a conversation this morning, and like we were talking about like our favorite foods, and like, and he's like, "Mommy, I know your favorite food." And I'm like, "How you know my favorite food? What's my favorite food?" "Your favorite fruit salad." I'm like, "Sir," and it is not. Like my favorite fruit is not salad. Listen, baby, I eat salad because I know that it is what my body likes in order to be healthier. Um, and vegetables and fruits and stuff like that in general is what I know will fuel my body to continue to work towards better health. That's why I eat salads. But I'm like, hey, my favorite food is not no dang on salad. I like salads. I enjoy salads, but it's far from my favorite food. Y'all know my favorite food is buffalo wings and French fries. Okay. So I was kind of trying to talk to him about like, yeah, I understand, what your favorite foods are, but you still got to find a way to eat them in moderation and not eat them all the time. You can eat unhealthy foods, but you just cannot make that like your primary source. Like you can't eat it all the time. So hopefully I got through to him. But I mean, they learn about nutrition in school. He understands the importance of nutrition. But because he's so young, it's just like he want what he want, and I get it because I was like that, and I still like that to this day. I want what I want, but I just realized that over the long term that those unhealthy eating habits will catch up to you. So yeah, saying all that to say, I got to do better for my family. Okay.